really liking how this is over here in this side. Who the heck? Supergirl Amplified. Why does she look like this? Mm. Mm. I feel like the Super Skull can kind of go. Wait, Super Skull specifically in this? Oh, damn. It cannot be this. How are you slightly stronger than... Oh. I assume the Kirby character beats the planet. Oh my god. I think Arcane... it's like, is Arcane scaling correctly? I feel like the pressure character cannot do it. Yeah. Sick. James Carter. I hope. Come on, Green Lantern Amp. 1B! Oh no, I'm guessing this guy. Damn it. Like, 2 off. It cannot be malware. 4A? Alright. Right. What's the highest number I can get? 172, 177, 180. I feel like I have to go to the 281. Even though it's a year behind. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Again, let's change it. Let's change it up this time. So it's S A B C. What would I call the tiers? Hmm. I don't know. We'll think about that soon. I think this is the no damage stand, which I think is just D tier. There's like there's nothing about it that is like overall really good. Is like, okay, if I could take no damage from something like a nuke, sick. But the second I turn that off, I'm getting hit by radiation, which is like that's better than like dying. But I think in the majority of scenarios where this stand specifically is better than anything else. But I think realistically, it's not a good stand. Our Tongue Baby is a solid C tier. We don't know what if the stand manifests into a stronger form of itself, but it's not really that good apart from that. Like it's kind of This stand's getting a solid B tier. I think the ability to scan, along with the ability to effectively gun down whoever you want, is pretty good. Not to mention, most stands you can just inherently sit on effectively. You can just sit on the stand effectively and sort of fly a little bit, which is why it's a lot higher than this, is because it gives you just, it's a long range stand. You can do a lot with this ability if you get in the right mood. Let's the card stand. I think, if I remember right, from Purple Haze feedback, this is like an A tier because it's like, one, it splits itself between 52 like damage, so that's pretty good. And two, it has an incredibly far range. And they do stuff for you, which is great. This is the meat thing. This is gonna go, I'm gonna say above this. Just because I can heal myself. I know it's the alt version, I don't remember the difference. I think that's the same thing. If I remember right, this is 2. And 2 is pretty nice. It's like just an ability that's like it's. I feel like I feel different than yesterday. It's definitely a fun one. Anubis is going in D tier just because there's not a lot of scenarios where that's useful. Oh, this is why it's at 280. This is organized sort of well. Oh, here's Ball Breaker. I feel like even though you need to get a horse, the ability to just age someone rapidly is such an underrated ability. It's definitely gonna go in B tier. I feel like if I have this stand, I'm gonna get a horse. So I feel like let's remove the idea of you needing the ball. Just having this stand as like an ability, even if let's say you don't need the horse or anything, that's really good. That's really good. Especially since it's not whole body. Like you can just get away with like doing part of someone. Aqua Necklace. Aqua Necklace. I'm pretty sure this is the part 4 variant. I think this sort of goes in like C tier. Because if I remember right, it manifests in water. While the other one is water. Like is just how it is. It's like with the magnet people stand, right? So I think in that opinion, I think it's a little bit higher because I would rather use a stand like this but just heal someone, you know. Like I'd rather Crazy Diamond to that. This is, I'm not sure which brother it is. But either way, the ability to just take someone's soul, like take someone's soul, or in how I think this stand works, I think it works by agreeing upon something and then guaranteeing that you take it. Which I think is a pretty B tier ability. I'd like this ability if that's how it works. If not, then it goes in like around here. Where like stealing someone's soul is pretty useful. But the problem is like how you put it in stuff. Because if I have to go with the dolls, or like I'd rather go with the poker chips. If I had to pick one of the two options, I'd like the ability to like shove their soul inside their body, like body swap people effectively. That'd be fun. This stand is a D tier stand because it requires a lot of setup. Like if I have to like teach my stand what I want it to do each time, that feels like an incredibly annoying aspect of the stand, and along with that it's really bad. But I feel like if you can just skip straight to this variant, like if you can just skip straight to teaching the stand and it's already in this body and you just summon it, or even just having the stand as a base stand, that's pretty good because it transforms itself into objects, which I think is pretty useful, especially if it can do that literally. As I mentioned last time, this stand is high up. I just like the idea of having a full little military that can do stuff for me. Like, if I remember right, it isn't that far range, so it's a bit lower than this one. But just having a full little military would be such a helpful little skill to have, even if it's just around like a building in terms of reach. The picture stand in general is such like a meh. Like, I'd have this over Anubis because I get like a bonus house, more space, especially if I can just let people out. This stand, if I remember right, heats up incredibly small things, which is neat because it's precise. Don't remember that one. Magnetism is like here. It's not good because if I remember, even if I have control over my magnetism amount, it's not convenient in a lot of scenarios. Like, it's convenient in the way of like, oh, I need to stop myself from falling. Or potentially letting like an elevator bring you up, maybe. Bites the Dust is a D tier ability because I think it has to be utilised on someone else. And you don't get the memories. Like, I'd wake up without my stand, effectively, and I'd have to guess game. I'm not very smart, is my reasoning. If I was like, I'd say even just 50% smart, or even like 20% smarter, I could probably work around this ability, but like, I think realistically, it would have to go here, because I'm not able to use this stand. Realistically. The ability to move through dark isn't really good, but because it's such a good stand, like, I could get my nighttime activities done really easily with this stand, is a good way to explain it, which I think puts it at like the top of C tier. Because while needing to be dark is bad, it's not that bad if it permits my will. I don't remember what this Obelisk Automata looking thing is. I think this is just a kill stand. What the heck is this? I think this is a cool stand, and if I can manifest it normally, it's pretty good. But other than that, it's just a trap stand is a good way to explain it. Like, it's probably just sits here. I don't remember this one. Is this thingy stand? Oh, I love this stand. I feel like even just being able to only do it in water is such a cool, neat ability that I think puts it in B tier. This is fun, but it requires specific circumstances to pull off. But I think it's like at the top of here. Like, keep in mind this stand is like this stand, but this stand skips all the progress of this stand. So yeah, but this still requires a lot of setup. Like, yeah, I need to find something that has burnt down effectively for it to function. Is this supposed to be the cat stand? Anyway, the ability of stealing someone's memory is always going to be an A tier. Especially how it was based in is like very accidental. Oof. This stand is one of those stands that is like pretty good, but it's not beating like impenetrable defense. Is that a crash? I think this is pretty long range, but it's just a kill stand. Seamoon is like really obvious. This sort of sits around here because it's just so obvious that it's not useful. I think you don't need to explain Crazy Diamond being there. Does this stand? I think I do need to explain a little bit. In terms of just being like here. It's just not that good. This stand is like, it creates barnacles and like vortexes underwater. It doesn't even let me swim very well. I'd really like the ability to control people's dreams. It's just such a convenient ability. Like, imagine you're in an apartment, right? This would be so cool in an apartment. Assuming range isn't like a sphere around you. D4C is like an ability that's like the top of B out of interest. But apart from that, it's not really that good. Like, I could not, like, imagine using this stand when, like, I'd have to manually travel across or jump at a jump till I get, like, My Hero Academia or something interesting. Like, there's so many examples of, like, oh, look, this is a universe where everything is normal apart from this one person, you know? Like, I don't know how good this would be. Yeah, I'm gonna pop this down to, like, C tier. Because I don't know the potential of this, is a good way to explain it. Like, it pretty much is just immortality. That's all I know. And even then, it's immortality in the case of I'm giving all my memories to someone else. That sword stand is like some damage reflect thing, isn't it? This stand is pretty good, because its abilities, like, if I remember specifically, it is what you would expect a stand to do in terms of pulling objects through walls is its main attribute. That'd be useful. The stand is like bad. It's more useful than this. Like anything in this category is like really not useful in general life. Like this gets me a one-time escape. This kind of does, but again it requires specific setup. They're very lucky to be in a prison with all that use. This is alright, but it's like some there. Where'd this go? I think there's fine. It's just kind of meh. I feel this affects anyone. Like, anyone can see it. I quite like Act 1. It's the ability to get people to be like confident in you would be nice. Just a gun. The thing is, it's just not really fun. It's like, I could imagine using that stand like twice in my lifetime. At most. You know, like, a lot of these stands are like, yeah, you know what. Just creating animals just seems fun. This is a weird stand that requires a lot of setup. Let's assume this stand doesn't function in thingy. I feel like this gives you such an objective advantage. Oh wait. CD is S tier? Wait, is this based on your opinion of the stand? Is it Heaven's Dog gonna be S tier? How long have you been Hecklad? This is specifically real life. This is real life. Hang on. Just say if you can hear me. Is like real life is this tier list. So like Heaven's Door I think Heaven's Door is like an A tier for real life. Because there's a chance I can't use this. There's like a chance I'm not skilled enough to use this, is a good way to put it. That's the downside. Is like Heaven's Crazy Diamond. Oh, you've been here for a while. Is like Crazy Diamond is really good because like there's no downside to it. There's a lot of potential stuff you can do. Golden Experience is amazing. It's like these stands are like in A tier, at least extremely useful for me, either due to sheer range or utility. And Heaven's Door is just like it requires me to be in person. It requires me to, show a drawing to someone, or potentially right in the air in front of someone, which is an obvious action. That person then drops to the floor. It's like this is a really good stand in a 1v1 situation with no onlookers. But aside from that, it's not useful. We also don't know its physical capabilities. GR is just Golden Experience, but slightly better. It's like, but we don't know how good it is in certain categories because we saw it once. It's like, it's just this stand with Deathloop. Hello. It's just this stand with Deathloop. So it's only a little bit better. It's like, it's cool, but it's not like, can you take my mod finally? Do you really want me to take your mod? Do you really want that? Hang on, I can't even fucking see. No, I can't see. Can I? Okay. I couldn't see. Uh, 1 year? Oh, no. Like, Crazy Diamond is such a utility for real life. Like, the amount of things I break slightly versus, like, healing, like, live life energy. Like, if it fully fixed a person, it won't be as good as Crazy Diamond. Anyway. This stand is, like, actually really good. Like, oh wait, Hermit Purple. We gotta give the Hermit Purple the greatest of things. This stand is just so good. There's like so little downside to this stand. It's like fortune telling, whip, Hamon. Like just getting Hamon is just such a neat ability for that. The foot stand is possibly the longest range stand in the universe. It's possibly so like it's like an entire town in length. Also, that weird ability to summon like hit like that weird room is like is crazy. I think it's honestly at like the top of A. Like just getting to track someone down, steal their life force is such like actually I'd probably say it's about there. There isn't a lot of people that I just want to steal the life force of. But if it works with the same multiplier it did in the series, that's insane. Mm-hmm. Why is there multiple? Is it anti-copyright? Is it not copyright? I think this stand just kills you. So it's going about here. Because this doesn't kill you given enough time. This just kills everyone lower than you. And this just kills you given time, like. At least I can whack people on the head with an egg. Once again, Hermit Purple is getting S tier. This stand just gives you motivation. Like, that's the thing. It doesn't even do much. It's gonna get, like, higher than, like, most of these stands. Because it might be fortune telling. Harvest is getting that, like, high tier. Is, like, it's at least as good as this. Because is this, hey yeah, at least B tier, bro? The thing is it's a really weird stand. Is like, it might just be a bit of fortune telling. It might genuinely give you luck properties, or it might just cheer you on to convince you to do things, but be sentient. If that makes sense. It's a really weird stand because it's been confirmed it's not luck. I do agree, Harvest is higher. Actually, you know what, it is a full town length. I think that is at least above Heaven's Door. Again, we are assuming the Heaven's Door is like a bad stand for group dynamics, and it might not even work for me because I cannot draw that well. Like, Rohan Kishibe is like a masterclass drawer, and it like inspires someone, and then they get hit with the Heaven's Door effect. And this is Prison's Door for information, which might only work in prisons, but I feel like it's a bit mean to say the stand only works in prisons. And it makes it so you can only have 3 thoughts in your head. You can only remember 3 things after having this stand effect. Then if you try and remember another thing, it deletes the oldest memory. If this works in a house... Oh. If this works in a house, it's really good. Like, any building, and you can just win a fight. Easy. There's no way that somebody's going to be able to beat you when they can only remember 3 things. Jolene got the advantage of being able to write on her hand, like, you can only remember 3 things. That was her main advantage. If you don't know that, you're screwed in a scenario if you don't know I'm the person who triggered the stand. If I just see someone in my house and I just trigger the stand, you're screwed. If you don't see me first thing before I see you, you're screwed. It's such an objectively powerful stand if it doesn't work in a prison. Some of these I don't remember. I know that this one might be the word one, but I don't remember. If it's copyrighted free, sure. The funny thing is about this stand... Oh. Is it this? Yeah. Is like, Oh, this is that weird one that gets you to... First off, the Lovers is going really low. I don't care what you say. Lovers is like such a bad stand, but it's gonna get higher than a lot of these. Like, at least this is like an attack stand, you know. This almost beats Star Flat in terms of at least speed. Yeah, by the way, I'm not going to remember a lot of these stands, so don't attack me. Oh, This is like the best fucking stand in the entire verse. It gives you all the other stands. Whitesnake's already gonna get high. Spoilers. You know what's weird about King Crimson? We don't know the range of the time skip ability for people to actually know. I am not trusting this thing unless it is like absolutely... I'm not trusting this thing's ability. Imagine if all over the world people noticed 10 seconds of time was being skipped. If you spam this, people are gonna find out. And then it's gonna be a sort of case of like, alright, what other weird things are happening in the world that might explain 10 seconds of time skip? It's just an ability that's gonna get you found out. The funny thing is about this stand is it's still really good, but it's taking a heavy hit. You know why it's taking a heavy hit? Because it doesn't give you ham on. It doesn't give you ham on, which is like a huge downgrade. Like even like these stands, like they give you an understanding of spin to some extent. Spin's great. It's gonna let you win a lot of combat encounters by simply like, you know, grabbing it. Why is it at 18%? Why is it at 19%? Is it scaling because this little thing is... Right, Hierophant Green. I know the Emerald Splash joke, hahaha. But funnily enough, this is like a high range stand. Keep in mind, any high range stand, if it's humanoid, there's a high chance that you can see through the eyes of the stand. So that's getting a buff. It's like, Echo's Act 2, canonically you can see from its eyes. And Act 1. So because of that, it's getting a higher buff than these stands. You know what, I'm going to give it high about here. It's like, I think Hierophant Green, I think C tier. Oh, thank fuck. Okay, turn off autoplay, where's autoplay? That was scary. I think this is the advanced variant. So it's gonna get like a little buff. How far is this stand's range again? I think it's like really far. Even if it works off reflections, it goes in someone's eye. And it can really badly damage someone. It's going here for sheer range. Which I know like a higher stands are up here. But you gotta remember it can only work off reflections. I think this is part 8. I don't know, ironically quite like part 8 Killer Queen. This is like the ultimate like, I'm never going to be found out stand. Which I think at least gives it high C tier capability. Like if I ever had to kill someone, it would be nice to know the evidence was all gone. But that's it. That's really all it's good for, and the reason it's getting so high up is because, again, evidence is just disposed. Imagine how many times you had like some foul stench in your house or whatever, you could just blow it up. Like, oh, here's some rotten food. It's gone. Oh, like, I could go out to like, actually, you know, I'm gonna get a higher boost at top of B tier. I could go to like, areas with like so much like electronic waste and whatever that's like damaging the environment and just blow it up. This sounds great. Oh, I quite like this stand. Where's the other stand that does that sort of thing? Where did I put that? I swear I put that somewhere. Okay. Well, in that case, it's gonna go like that here. You don't have to fit yourself down some weird areas. It would be so nice. I know most stands can do that, but like, it'd be nice. It'd be nice. This thing has like a high range. I'm pretty sure it can lift up objects as well, but it can't lift up objects as well as some other stands. So it's like you're sacrificing a lot. I think it's about here. I think that's justifiable. It's not really that good, but there are times. Should Weather Report be A tier? That's the thing though. We don't know how Weather Report works in terms of air, because you know how the world works, how it's a big ball. Let's find Weather Report so I can actually talk about it in question. It looks like Weather Report. Where's Weather Report? There it is. It's like, we see how this stand feckin' works, and it's way too subconscious to be in like A tier. Right? It's like that thunderstorm example where like he gets angry and someone just dies and he's like, oh well. Like he literally got rid of his memories so that he couldn't accidentally use the stand, because the second you understand this stand to a high extent, it just starts doing stuff. Like, it's weird because other sentient stands like Echo's Act 3 is based on the user's personality, but like more extreme. It's sort of like the mask from The Mask in a way. So I think it sort of just sits around C tier. Like, if I learned how to use this stand really well, it's busted, it's great. But the fact that you don't know how to control it that well, and if you do, it just goes more subconscious and more subconscious the more you understand about it, is such a dangerous, slippery slope. It's like, the potential is extremely high. But I could accidentally turn everyone into snails. You know, I made a justifiable reason. I'm putting it next to Killer Queen, because, I mean, King Crimson. Because King Crimson is like, this could be the entire planet or universe has skipped 10 seconds and everyone realizes that's weird. Maybe it's like just because the only time we've seen people notice that he's time skipped is when they're in like the same sort of street like distance. But Weather Report could have drastic planetary destruction, you know, extra effects. I remembered how this stand works, it just reflects damage, it's just trash. This is like about here. I couldn't remember the specifics. He was only good with it because it was a vampire. This stand's getting a heavy buff downside compared to Killer Queen. Yeah, I think about here. No, I think about lower than Gun. Moody Blues should be S tier possibly. I do quite like Moody Blues. I think the one downside is that if you don't know where someone was, it's pretty bad, but apart from that, it's pretty good. Like in terms of real life application, I could imagine using that stand so much. Like think of all the used items you could get. You get a used car, sick. Because you know what the funny thing about Moody Blues is? It's not 1-1. That's the most funny objective thing. It's not 1-1. There's clearly some manipulation in there. There's some wiggle room. You know? It's like this stand's bad is because it's like too random. But Moody Blues is like weirdly really good. Let's see. Moody Blues. There we are. He's like Moody Blues is at the very least yeah, I'd argue it's higher than this. While its range is small, I don't think it's S tier completely, because S tier is more like stands that will just redefine my life. While Moody Blues is like, oh, this is like really super convenient. Like, it wouldn't help you in your school or your job, but I could imagine just being in my house and using this stand to, you know, copy myself of like activities I do all the time. Like, could you imagine setting up the microwave, this stand with the microwave? Obviously other stands could do it, but it's an example of like, even a couple seconds would be really convenient for this stand. But it depends how much you would repeat stuff. Also, I don't like the fact you have to manually rewind sometimes. Like, I know it's like weird again, like you could pick I think you can pick like a thing, like you can say, oh, I want a plane journey to here, and it'll find a plane journey, but you can't like say, find me this guy speaking about this, if that makes sense. I'm specifically talking about the Diavolo scene when he was going around with the football. That entire segment confused me a lot. Speaking of Part 5 stands, this thing. I unironically love this stand. This stand's great. I'd say this stand is a bit more convenient than this. How many times have you wanted this object to float in the sky? How many times? How many times have you been doing something and thought, man, it would be really convenient if this object could just float there for a second? Obviously you have a stand, but the sheer applications of this stand, even in like one episode, was insane. The sheer applications of this second stand amazes me every day. The fact I could just destroy a rock and just like throw some rocks out into the sky and stop them, and then just run across them. If I was confident in my own stand and my abilities, this stand becomes like S tier. But again, I feel like there's not infinite examples of times where I want like more than like 1 to 2 objects floating in the sky near me. Like, I could just use Star Platinum or something and just have it hold my comic book or my book or whatever in front of my face. I don't need this all the time. But if I have to just like offer on this ability, that'd be pretty convenient. I could hold bookshelves and stuff, I don't know. We don't know the range on that. Let's just get this one done. This is a D tier. There's no example of like times where like something like this is like really good. Like, it'd be funny to use it on someone, but like it's disastrous. This stand's pretty fun. It does require you to die. Maybe there'll be the other variant of this somewhere. But I think it's at least pretty alright. It's probably gonna go around like I feel like that's fair. It's got like a little guy body. It's pretty alright. It's better than Low Lovers. The Lovers is like a good kill stand, but that's it. Oh my fucking god! I love this stand. This is one of my favorite stands. It's got everything you want in a stand. It's got like almost everything you want in a stand. It's got incredibly long range. It can let you teleport for some ungodly reason. Keep in mind, this stand can let you teleport across any electrical interface anywhere. I could be on a phone, right? On my mobile phone, I could message someone. They could pick up the phone, and I could just fucking send myself to them. The only reason this wasn't obscene is because the user didn't think play past life. Yeah, sure. This stand is objectively one of the strongest stands for your modern day life. Your only downside is possibly people finding where you live or whatever because you're using this stand. Because of like high electrical usage. That's it. But even then, I could just go to Japan. Fuck you, I'm going to Japan. There's no apparent downside to this stand. Apart from it uses lots of electrical energy. That's it. Some of these stands I don't know where to scale. Because I'm like, okay. But, as an example, this stand has got light speed, but we don't know the perspective of Poochie. And don't say, oh, this stand goes in D because it speeds up everything. Now, apparently, Poochie can choose what he speeds up. As an example, he chose not to speed up biology. He only chose to speed up non-organic life. You added this to your playlist? No. So I think, in my opinion, it's like at the bottom of it. Like, this ability makes you untouchable. Then why is it playing well? Oh, it just auto-plays. I think this is the green baby stand. I'm unsure. There's like another fun one to discuss. Oh right, soft and wet. This stand is objectively S tier. If you don't believe this stand is not S tier, you haven't watched, you haven't read Part 8. This stand has so many applications for real life, it's insane. This is objectively one of the coolest stands to have in real life. I can take any attribute from you if I want. Any attribute. Josuke took someone's hair. He's taken friction and he's taken up someone's hair. Those two aspects alone are mentally insane to think about the in-between of those two things. If he did those two things in series and walked off and wasn't the main character, this still would be an S tier stand. He has so many applications and he's just an idiot for not using it right. Oh, I took your blood. Oh, I took your ability to oxygenate your blood. Yeah. We don't know the sheer lethality to that stand. I'm looking for the car. I've been trying to find the car in like part of my offhand eyes. Ah, there we are. This stand is such a funny stand to have in real life. This is going high. The fact it's based off your confidence is such a funny concept for real life. Like, think about this. Think about the fact that, like, if I'm overconfident, I could turn a tricycle into a motorbike. If you've got some mental issue, this is insane. This is the personification of JJK power system. It's great. Paisley Park. I mentioned I love Hermit Purple. Oh. Past lives. Paisley Park is like about here. It's the internet personified, and we don't really know the depth of how this stand works, apart from the fact it's like anti-firewall. It just can get through any firewall. You know? It's not as good as these stands for the sheer utility of them, but it's pretty good. If I remember right, this is the scent stand. You grab something scent. I feel like this would be useful if it works on any scent. Like if I got a box of like someone's items, right? If someone gave me something and their scent was on it, and I could use that even if it's been like a couple months, it would be pretty good. But it's like, how many times do you have something smell? Like, how many times do you have something smell? Yeah, I think this is fun. Even in real life, this is really bad. Do you know what this one is? I know that one of these two is the drug one. Right, while we're here, Nut King Cole. Nut King Cole is one of those stands that is nice until you realise it's just soft and wet and minus. But this is gonna get a B tier. What? Turning into string is kind of okay. And that's the music rights gone, because Firefox decided to mesh my fucking mellow. This stand's weird because it's the sound that like messes with your visual input. But I think it's still pretty good. Because imagine being in a scenario where you don't want someone to know who you are or whatever. You want anonymity or whatever. Yeah, but there's a difference between saying that when I'm doing something like video gaming and saying that when I'm thinking like creatively and like on a roll, and then that just feels like I've just lost my role. Oh, I've got hiccups. The thing with this stand is we don't know exactly how it works, but it's better than not King Cole. Let's be honest. Fine. I'll put on some more copyright-free music. Yeah. The ability to just put a price on something would be quite nice. What would you do if I stopped showing up completely? I'd be pretty sad. I can't do anything about it. Oh wait, if that stands not the other... Oh, Jesus. I'm crying, by the way. Well, it's true. I'd be pretty sad. I'd be like... Yeah. I don't know. I definitely wouldn't stream sometimes, I'll be honest. If I'm feeling like... meh, I probably wouldn't. You know, I'd probably take more off days. Whitesnake, you can take people's memories, you can take their soul. Like, you could... I'm assuming if you take someone's memory disk, eventually their memory disk would appear, but it'd be like a smaller disk or something. This stand is like really potentially like evil, depending on how you use this stand. Like, this is evil. You could take someone's... Bro's gonna use me not showing up. Yeah, true. Also, the acid production, like, this is like one of the best daily use stands ever, because there's a lot of like in between aspects of this. Like, I can take the memory disk and the soul of a frog and just like insert it into someone. There's a lot of potential like real life uses that make this just insanely good. You could have like an agreeable disk of someone who says like, I'm gonna agree with you on the next thing, and then just you shove it into someone's head. I feel like about here or like here, because you gotta keep in mind, Scary Monsters is a very dangerous stand to use, but it's also incredibly obvious. We've seen clear examples of people who clearly don't have stands or any connection to stands, and they can see the dinosaur. Like, this is a very dangerous stand to use in real life, but it's incredibly strong. Like, there's very little downsides apart from people knowing. And even then, you can turn objects into dinosaurs or something. And I'm pretty sure you can turn bones, so you could fake a new dinosaur species and it would be very correct. The thing is about this stand is if it was permanent until you die, it would be really good. Like, you could just mass make people younger. Like, you go into an old person's home and you just make everyone younger. This stand is incredibly good in this aspect. But then it's only like a little bit of time and it's dependent on how, like, thing. But you could still go to like a workplace and like make everyone younger temporarily. Because I assume it would be a sort of technical healing capability. I can imagine going to like a workplace and saying like, hey, everyone's going to be like younger for the next like 40 minutes, and like you got a bunch of like 60-year-old workmen or whatever, or workwomen or whatever, and like you say you're going to be like 20 again for like 20 minutes, and then I can do this again. You don't question it, you just get on with your jobs. Like, that's a really good like use of this ability. I'd probably put it like here. It's effective, like better healing without using someone's mass, but you're preventing them taking the damage in their normal state. Or at the very least, you can make people younger. That's going to make them quite happy. If you just had sheer heart attack as a stand, I feel like it would sit about here. Like, if you really hated an area, you could just go, like, destruction on it. Or a building or something. A lot of these stands are just killer stands. I think this strength is another car situation. So I'm going to put it on car minus. Because it potentially works the same, but it just becomes like a really good version. Like, it's like, you get like a basic car or like something like that, and it turns into a supercar. It's still a car. Like, this Wheel of Courage stand is objectively better. And I think it works the same because, what's her face? I think the little girl was in the car with me. No, I don't think so. If she was, she didn't see. I feel like this stand here, Wonder of You, is just another killing stand. But it's so bad. Imagine how lonely you'd be if everyone who ever tries to talk to you dies. That is not fun. I know it's like going after, but there's so many situations where there's like so much crossover between the two. Sticky Fingers is like just a great stand. I'd say it'd probably go around here. Because, no, when you bring up the aspect, it goes up to here. Because you can just make a space where nobody can access that stuff. Like, imagine like hiding money on your person or like some object on your person. I'm pretty sure it doesn't give weight. Or even if it does, that's kind of air. Because a lot of time weight is a tough part because of how you're holding an object. This example is similar, but when it's you have that power, it's really bad. if you just have this key, you know, I'm gonna say it's you have the key. If it's I have the key, it's up here. The card is so good because it has like, I'm pretty sure it has like an entire island or something as a range. I'm not exactly sure on that, but I'm pretty sure it's at least city range. Which is just really convenient. And this is so high up and it's usable. So it's like this stand, but like a lot more range. And it's a lot more sentient. But this stand is just having a small house wherever you need. Oh, here's the yellow temperance. Yellow temperance is, where is it? Is it this? It's this stand but better. This is Mr. 6 Seconds Back. The thing is, people are aware. If it was implied only stand users are aware, to my knowledge, I'd definitely put it a lot higher. But it's at least not as bad as feckin' King Crimson over here. But I would say it's about here anyway. If it was a minute back, it'd be a lot better. Or 6 minutes back. But it's 6 seconds. I'm not rating the Star Platinums and mini axe stands because that's kind of mid. Okay, does this stand, I assume if I was the only person who had it, I'd have duplicates. So that's the right reason why I'm putting in B here. Because if I had 6 of myself that I could pull out of myself at any time, that'd be hella useful for real life. Magician's Raid temperature is real, and it can create a lot of it. Where's that other stand? Have I forgotten how it looked? I might have forgotten how it looked. My god, I've lost it. There's the beetle stand. It heats up beetles. Anyway, this stand's better than Nut King Cole if it heats up, but I'm gonna put it here because I feel like that's safe. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I feel like this is pretty accurate. It's just a lot better because just being able to temperature someone or being able to do temperature in general is quite nice. Also, it is just a real big body. Oh, this is the proper stand. Metallica is a pretty decent stand. But the thing is it's really weak in real world applications because I'm not a JoJo character. So I'd put it about here. Even using it on other people is just a kill move because a real person does not have that much fucking iron on it unless that's a multiplier. I keep seeing this eye demon stand and I keep forgetting what it is. So I'm pretty sure this is the advanced version and this is the regular version. Let's do 2 more because I'm pretty sure it saves. I feel like about there is fine. Chilling things out in an area around yourself. I'd like to have a cold drink. I feel like this is just really good because you get a cold drink. Yeah. It's down on that image. Now hopefully when I come back to this, it'll be like this. Right, there we are. Lovely. Alright then. Bye bye. I'll get to doing the rest later. It's just getting late.